What's going on, guys? What's going on? I'm back. I'm Jada Black, and we're talking about Joy Taylor again. Now, it's been a little while. I first spoke about the whole Fox Sports scandal, right? And I do believe at some point she was put on leave, but was brought back to TV. And in that time period, right, I believe there was another lawsuit against Fox Sports, which pretty much ended Charlie Dixon's career. Charlie Dixon is the guy who she was having the affair with for years. I believe she slept with him in order to get her job at FS1. He was the main guy protecting her behind the scenes, making sure that she had a job. They would move her around, making sure that she was employed. Well, she was on this podcast. I believe it is Paul Pierce's podcast. There's been some recent clips to come out of Paul Pierce's podcast. He might have one of the most clip-worthy podcasts out there, especially a newer podcast. Y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of all these new podcasts. Everybody's the same setup, same weird, stupid questions, right? But she's on this podcast because we hadn't heard from her in months, right? Well, she was on this podcast and she said some very stupid things. And you get into the mindset, the psychology of a Joy Taylor. This is a woman, right, who lied about the fact that she worked to get to where she is. She didn't take any shortcuts, but she was basically the side chick of Charlie Dixon, a man who I believe is married, right? That's how she got to where she is and why she still has a job on Fox Sports. And her being named in the makeup artist's lawsuit, or the stylist's lawsuit, and she hadn't really said anything though. But now she's on this podcast and she's talking about how she is open to dating 25-year-olds. And she says it's a red flag if a man is religious, he's a man of God. Let me just start right there. Listen, I'm not one of those people that go around asking, are you religious or you're not? I don't care. Especially when it comes to dating. I'm not out here saying I want to deal with a woman that is religious or non-religious, even though I do want to share those same religious values. I think that's very important. You don't want to have to be getting into arguments about things like that. Having shared values is always important. Now, she may not be a woman of God. We know that she is a bit of a slower. So, of course, she's not going to respect or appreciate a man who's a man of God. And we know why, because she's being passed around the Fox Sports studios, allegedly. So we're going to get into this, and we're going to get into the psychology of a woman like this, a woman who is a walking red flag.
Tenderly, because I'm 38 fucking years old. So, yeah, like I've been working for 20 years. I'm a professional adult.
So we can cut off a lot of dudes if you dating, you're not dating, whatever, but like future, what's the age limit?
Age limit?
As far as youth to older. What's the youngest to the oldest? Like, what's your range?
Damn, I'm telling myself right now. I would say right now, at my age right now. Yeah, I would not date younger than 25, 26.
Listen, she ain't got no options. See, let me tell y'all what I'm starting to see with a lot of these women in their late 30s, right? A lot of these women realize that the men their age are not checking for them. So they have to change their dating options, right? And the fact that she's talking about she wants a 25 or 26-year-old, she's desperate. She's a desperate heifer. And she needs something, right? Because she does, because right now, she's a woman who's damn near 40. It's driving her crazy because she ain't got no man. She ain't got no children. She was engaged once, but that was during the time she was sleeping with Charlie Dixon. So she's a woman who clearly realizes that the clock is ticking and she wants somebody. A lot of these women get to this point. They get to this point when they look and they say, oh, damn, I'm almost 40. You know, they've been running the streets, right? Chasing D after D. And now they realize they're about 40 and they're lonely. But when she talks about she wants a 25, 26-year-old, let's be clear, she's talking about a celebrity. She's not talking about a regular guy. But 25-year-olds, unless, now you do got some of these NBA players, because, you know, it's the NBA players. These guys, these guys who are getting with these older women, you know, but that's a very small number.
That's a
Why
good
are you laughing? Why is that funny?
No, because I thought she was going to be on
I thought you would say.
I thought she was going to be on some like 35 to 57.
Me too.
Oh, no. I mean, I don't.
You see how they laughed in her face? Let me rewind that back. My fault.
Why is that funny?
No.
Well, let's go back.
Older. What's the youngest to the oldest? Like, what's your range?
Damn, I'm telling myself right now. I would say right now, at my age right now. Yeah, I would not date younger than 25, 26.
That's a
Why
good
are you laughing?
Why is that funny?
No, because I thought she was going to be on
I thought you would say.
I thought she was going to be on some like 35 to 57.
Me too.
Oh, no. I mean,
Do y'all see how they laughed in her face? Because they know ain't no 25, 20. They know what type of guy she's talking about. She's talking about a 25, 26-year-old celebrity guy, right? And Paul Pierce knows, because he even said, I may react to his clip at another time, but he basically said that, you know, a lot of these young guys are not looking, or a lot of guys who are rich and famous are not looking to marry and all that, right? And they're laughing at her because they know these young dudes ain't checking for her.
I mean, I don't think I could. I don't know. I'm not going to get up here and lie. Okay, young men are very aggressive and they do not care how old I am. And
Wait, Joy, I have to ask you, because this is a whole thing with women.
25
they're saying
is a
that these
grown
young
man.
men are really.
25 is grown. I agree.
They're saying
Nah, you ain't about to have me out here on some bullshit.
No.
25 is a grown ass man.
They're saying 25-year-old men are where it's at. All the older women, that's what I'm trying to say. The women that I've been talking to, like in their 30s, late 30s, they're like, like these younger men, they're intentional, they come with it, they're like not playing around. They want to date you, they like treat you like you're a goddess, they appreciate you, they talk life into you. Like, I am hearing that these younger men from all these women, they are where it's at. I've never dated a younger man before, no.
But she wants to. Now look at Paul. Y'all look at Paul. Oh my God, this clip is hilarious. Listen, look at Paul. Paul is like, what, you date young guys? You know what I'm saying? This particular lady here, she represents a lot of these middle-aged women, or women who are close to middle age, right? A lot of these women who y'all see online who do the most, those women are usually in their mid to late 30s. They're going further than the 20 or something year olds. They feel like they have to get attention. And what happens is you got women who are 35, 40, 45. They're dressing like they're in their early 20s. So when young guys see that, they're going to be attracted to it because you're not dressing your age. A lot of y'all are dressing like these young girls, which invites the attention from younger dudes. And older women think, oh, he's attracted to her because she's older and mature. No, you are dressing like these young heifers. And these young guys see that as a signal. That is why. Right?
I've never wanted to.
They're telling the truth.
At this point, they're talking about.
Is this the truth after dark? They're telling the truth.
This is what I'm hearing. And even
but I don't like, it's 20. I don't want to be clear here because like 25 is a grown man.
It's a grown man. Joy.
Okay.
You're not about
to have me on some bullshit.
What about it? What else is non-negotiable for you?
She's still mad at them laughing at her. Listen, we know that 25 is grown, but it's funny how a 38-year-old woman can say she wants a 25-year-old man, but let a 38-year-old man say that he's dating a 25-year-old female. you're going to have all these same women in their feelings. She's young. She's too young for you. This is weird. That's what you would see. But it's okay for women Joy Taylor's age and older to talk about how, 25 is grown when it comes to men.
I'm less and less interested in religious men, if I'm being honest with you. I told Paul this the other day. I don't know. You hit me with the man of God thing.
But you say God a lot on your podcast.
God?
Yeah, you be like, God, oh my God.
Oh my God. No.
Oh my God is different.
Oh my God is different than being a man of God. If you're leading, I don't know. I've just had some. I've had some negative experiences with people that lead with their religion.
Well, she definitely wouldn't like Dion. She wouldn't like Dion. She wouldn't like Shador, even though Shador's 23. She wouldn't like none of those guys, right? And the thing is that a lot of young, especially a lot of athletes, they're all religious because those are the men that she's talking about. See, women like Joy Taylor are not normal. They're not when I mean normal, I mean she is deeply embedded in Hollywood bullshit. She only wants to deal with celebrity men. So let's start from that premise. A lot of those guys are heavily religious. Go look at their Instagram bios. God first, right? Bible scriptures. They talk about how spiritual they are, and they talk about how much they are as far as Christians is concerned. So you're definitely excluding a lot of them,
Are you religious?
Not really. No. So I would say I'm a person of faith, but I'm not. Okay. I was raised in a Baptist church, very, very religious family. I don't think that just because you're a Christian that you are, not living a good life. I'm just saying if that's the first thing that you bring to the table, it's a red flag for me because I don't
they're hiding behind their religion. I don't care.
Why? What does this matter to me?
Something happened with that before. That's what that happened.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
You might have a trigger behind that.
I do.
Sure. Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
No, your trigger is that, when you were at your peak physically and age-wise, you were sleeping with a married man in order to get a position on a network. According to a lawsuit. And the thing is that you don't like religious men because you don't want accountability. See, that's the thing. See, she doesn't want to be held accountable for her behavior. So you know what she does? Because she doesn't want to be held accountable for her behavior, she claims, she says it's because of religious men. So atheists don't hold each other accountable. You have atheists on this platform who talk about accountability all the time. They talk about social decay. So no matter what man you deal with, you're going to still need to be accountable. And the reason why I believe she's saying this is because she doesn't want to be held accountable. She wants that man to just let her do whatever. She might as well say she wants to be in an open relationship.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm acknowledging I'm triggered by this, and it's become a red flag for me. Wow. I'm not saying that if you believe in God that you are a red flag. I also don't give a fuck. Just tell somebody else about it. I think for some men, they think that that's what women are looking for. Looking for a good Christian man. Yeah. And some people are, but just not me. So
that's my thing about religion too. Like man may not lead with it, but some men needed to pull them out of places. Like when there's nothing else. I felt like religion pulled me out of some dark places. Mm-hmm. And I believe
religion or faith.
Faith, probably faith,
right?
More so than
because to me those are two different things.
Okay,
believing.
No, that's not two different things. You lying, deceitful heifer. You. Do y'all see how she's trying to shame him, and he's being real about what faith or religion, or you're trying to make a distinction between the two, which you really can't. You can't have faith without having faith in. What do you have faith in? People, she's trying to make a distinction, but okay, you have faith, but faith in what, right? Faith in the stars, faith in the sky, faith in what do you have faith in? You see how this lying, deceitful heifer is trying to shame him for what he is saying. He's being real. Because he's been through some real things, unlike her, right?
in God, having spirituality, having a connection with your spiritual side, praying, all of those things I do.
Yeah.
But
same, but religion is different.
To lead with like, like, let's go to church on Sunday.
I'm Christian, I'm Catholic, I'm Baptist, whatever it is, that's like your religion versus I'm a man of faith because I pray, I believe in a higher power.
But also for me, I feel like a lot of people a lot of men that are extremely religious think that if we get together that I'm going to start doing that.
Do y'all see this? Y'all see this? This is why a lot of you women, because she's backing her up. This is why a lot of you women are single now. And I'm not saying you have to be religious. It is because you see religion as accountability. And men who are religious, hell yeah, they're going to tell you, they're going to say, this goes against this or you know what I'm saying? Just like in Islam, like look at Brittany Renner. I mean, come on. Anyway, I think that's where she's coming from with that. But I want y'all to just see how and why she's single at 38. She's single at 38 because it ain't because of, religious men. It's because men of all walks of life think that you're full of it and that you're washed up and that you're not wife material. You're not wife material. And you're sitting on this podcast embarrassing yourself. Religious men ain't got nothing to do with the fact that you slept with your boss for years in order to maintain a job on Fox Sports 1. That is facts. That's why Charlie Dixon ain't there no more. And I honestly believe a lot of these women of today, they'll claim. That's why I say, just because these heifers claim to be Christian, just listen to them. They'll tell you everything you need to know. This woman is claiming there's a difference between having faith and being religious. Now, I understand people saying I'm more spiritual than religious, but if you have faith, what do you have faith in? Now, again, that's her life. That's what she chooses to do, but that's exactly why she's single and nobody wants her. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me thoughts, like the video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.